Interview with Dominique Briscoe.
Hey everyone, this is Kim Ward. I am a life and business coach and I help women kick ass and find their fire. And there's no other perfect guest for tonight's topic than Dominique Briscoe. Hi, Dominique.
Thank you.
You are awesome. All right, I want to find your bio here. I've got this. This is amazing. Dominique is a hearing loss motivational speaker. She offers coaching services and she's currently working on her first book. Yay!
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
So I'm going to kind of work with Dominique here because Google would put captions here so Dominique could at least see what I'm saying through the captions. So I'm going to put them in the chat just so Dominique knows what I'm saying. She doesn't have to read these lips because they're fast.
Yes.
And I can keep her on track too. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Just the opportunity to speak on it. Thank you.
You are a force. And what I would like to know is, what do you do?
What I do is right now, I have a company that I begin. It's called So That Others May Hear. And it's right there in the name. It's so that others may hear. So we have an array of different products, but mostly coaching. I'm writing a book, and it's not going to be the only book. There will be many books on coping for hearing, socialization skills for hearing, captioning. And so just all of these different difficult things that hearing disabled people come into, they all have a place that can offer resources, good body language, how to avoid dread in your everyday life, just all of those emotionally stoking reasons. So I'm a hearing coach. I do one-on-one coaching. It's a plan to either do 4, 6, or 9 months. And then I'm a writer, and also I'm a motivational speaker. And between the three of those, the motivational speaker is at the forefront right now because I've got to raise awareness. We are really dealing with a population that likes to hide it. So many people are suffering from a hearing loss, even if it's not congenital. Mine came at birth, but majority of people come sensory neural, which is aging as ageism kicks in, or even just at a time in their life when a hearing loss kind of kicks in. And so coaching, writing, and motivational speaking to raise awareness.
That's awesome. You do such a great job. I love watching you live. I love watching you do what you do. You are an inspiration.
Thank you.
So my next question is, how did you get into this line of work? Were you born with a hearing loss, or is this something that, happened, like you said?
Well, so last year I finished the book, and then I decided to convert it to a coaching product and also to speak on it. But let me take you back before the book began. The reason that I wrote a book is because I had faced discrimination in my workplace, outright discrimination. And I was at a time in my life where I wasn't self-acceptant, I wasn't confident, I was trying to hide it. And I was a teacher assistant in a pre-K class. And the teacher started to write notes on a sticky, and she refused to actually try to talk to me. Wow. And I, in my life, in my mindset, I had no problem with that. And I went on in that school system for 3 years, facing major discrimination. I did mediation with the principals and assistant principals, and another teacher brought it to my attention. She said, I'm going to mediate for you. I cannot let you do things like that and people not speak up. And so eventually the job ended because the kids, I was just being placed in non-appropriate work environment where I couldn't hear young kids and nobody cared. So I didn't do good on the job. And so I started job searching. Even after a master's degree in cybersecurity, I've still not been able to find a job. And in my spirit, I feel like it's my mindset. It may be discrimination. I don't know for sure what it is. So I just started to write a book on how to cope that would help me to cope. Yep. And so with a real estate background of 15 years, I didn't look for job searches anymore. I started to think, how can I make this into a business? How can I be on a platform to help other people? Because luckily, I was raised in a hearing loss family.
Wow. I hope you guys are learning something, because I'm learning so much from you. I'm serious. You know,
Thank you.
You're an inspiration, and I'm very proud of you. There's a lot of people who need this right here. Yeah. And for me, you know, I know 3 people who are deaf. It's not that they have hearing loss. They never had it to begin with. So like you said, it's not a loss.
Right. Yeah.
So let me see here. What's one thing that you want people to know?
What I want people to know, the biggest thing that I've come upon in researching and growing in this business is that people hide it. They don't tell people. They shove it under the rug. They don't want to deal with it. So if you are picking up on something, and that's why I did a YouTube video last week or a few weeks before, how to love a hearing loss person, because there's a different way. It's a different way to do it. You know, if you have to sometimes say, hey, so did you ever get your hearing loss checked? Don't let it go with the person, because it's a very difficult task to take on by yourself. Your life is changing. Your ability to control things is changing. And a lot of times it's better to just say, you know what, I'm going to just deal with that later. But it will affect your life. It'll affect your kids' relationship, your job. My biggest thing, you know, that I'm finding myself having to tell people, because I'm getting to my population and targeting them, we have to find the way for people to become comfortable, but that first means that they see us comfortable with.
Ending the stigma. That's what I just put.
Yes, definitely.
Wow, so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you recently get an award?
Yes. So I recently received an award, thank you, from American Disabilities Act. And when the coronavirus hit, I went very active against channels that don't close caption. I petitioned against Zoom, and Skype helps, but I did petition against Zoom, and I petitioned also against churches that are placing their activity onto Facebook Live and not captioning. And even today still, that was one of my struggles today, looking at church, and it's the fight is still not gone yet. But aside from that, just being very active in HLAA, I try to do website management, and I try to work on great icebreakers, and just trying to get HLAA a lot more emotionally involved. But people with the hearing loss, because we can go to these groups, but if there's nothing for us emotionally to touch with them, we're missing a very big aspect. Okay, we offer this phone and we'll tell you about this, but I think that's pretty much the scope of the award. Is just the target that I'm targeting caption, and then the emotional aspects of hearing loss.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how can those of us who don't have hearing loss, how can we help more and take more of an active role?
So I guess, and I thank you for that question, because right now that's what I'm trying to do, is bring awareness. So first I would ask you to make sure you understand how to caption videos. If you make a video, or wherever and we're still working with Zoom, because we know that's a large platform, and at the end it's going to be their decision. But I would say if you yourself, for instance, if you're a YouTuber, make sure you caption YouTube videos. It's very discouraging when everything is virtual right now, and some things we just can't get to, and everybody else gets to laugh and we don't. And I will also say, understand how your body language affects people with a hearing loss. We watch body language. We don't listen, we look. You know, we use this eye sense 200 times over because our hearing isn't there.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. So last question, how can the person who needs you, how can they find you?
First, they can always subscribe to YouTube videos. I have a business email for those people who really want to partner with me and do something, because right now I'm trying to gain sponsorship with major hearing loss companies like Phonak and Simon. And so you can always email me at STOMHLLC, and that so that others may hear. Just the letters, LLC @gmail.com. STOHMLC LLC. And the reason for that is my email where I take in all of my concerns or business operation. People can also go to my website, DominiqueBriscoe.com, and you can schedule an appointment for a consultation. You can also schedule a speaking event if you want to host a Zoom session and just make people more aware around you. You can schedule me for those. And so you can also go into my profile and under Facebook, and I have a superheroes group. And that is a group for people who have a hearing loss to always get a little bit of inspiration.
I have a gift for you. KIM. That's my name. So thank you.
Yes. You're so welcome. You're welcome. And I thank you so much. Every chance that I get to speak on this is out there, because right now I'm seeing more that is starting with the regular hearing people.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the chance to come through today.
Always, always. DominiqueBriscoe.com. Go there.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. I love working with you. Thank you for being in my circle.
Okay, you're welcome.
You guys, this was incredible. If you want to hear more from Dominique, go to her website, check her out. If you are not inspired by this, I don't know, you're crazy. I think now we know that awareness is there, and now we have a responsibility.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.